Grief has a funny way of announcing itself, not with a knock at the door, but by rearranging every piece of furniture in your heart without asking permission. And the strangest part is, you didn't even realize how much of the room she was holding up until the day she wasn't there anymore. You know that feeling when you walk into a kitchen and the smell alone transports you somewhere safe, somewhere warm, somewhere that feels like the whole world slowed down just for you? That's what it was like being around her. She didn't just occupy a space, she times the space. How do you even begin to explain to someone who's never lost a grandmother what it means to lose the one person who always made you feel completely, unconditionally known? It's not just missing a person, it's missing a frequency you didn't know your soul was tuned to. Here's the thing nobody tells you about a grandmother's love. It operates on a completely different architecture than any other relationship in your life. It's not conditional on your behavior, your success, your mood, or how long you went without calling it. Just times is like gravity, like sunlight, like the assumption that she will always be on the other end of that phone. Now imagine you're sitting at a table where her chair is empty for the first time, and everybody around you is trying to eat and talk and breathe like normal, and you're just staring at that chair thinking, how is everyone functioning right now? That's the bizarre, almost insulting normalcy that grief drops you into without warning. What nobody prepares you for is the ambush of ordinary moments. A specific brand of lotion at the grocery store, a certain song playing from a car window, the way afternoon light falls at a particular angle and suddenly you're not in the cereal aisle anymore, you're back in her living room, completely undone. It turns out she left little pieces of herself hidden in everything you ever thought was just background noise. Here's the part that nobody puts on the sympathy cards. Grief for a grandmother isn't just personal, it's times architectural. She was the load-bearing wall of an entire family, the keeper of stories, the settler of disputes, the one who remembered everyone's birthday without a phone reminder and made every single person feel like they were her favorite. And let's be clear, she probably did have a favorite, and if you were close to her the way some of us were lucky enough to be, you secretly believed it was you, and honestly, you were probably right. That unspoken thing between a grandchild and their grandmother, where no words are necessary, and just sitting in the same room is enough, that's not a small thing. That's a whole entire world. Some people will tell you, time heals all wounds, and you'll nod politely while internally filing that advice right next to everything happens for a reason in the drawer labeled times, things people say when they don't know what else to say. The truth is, time doesn't erase grief. It just teaches you how to carry it differently, like switching a heavy bag from one shoulder to the other. Here's the brutal, beautiful irony. The closer you were, the harder the loss. And yet you wouldn't trade a single moment of that closeness for an easier grief. You would choose the full force of missing her every single time over the alternative of having loved her less. That's the deal nobody reads before they sign it, and nobody would sign it any differently. The mechanics of losing someone that central to your life are oddly practical. At first, there are arrangements and phone calls and casseroles arriving at the door in a parade of foil-covered dishes that somehow represent the community's inability to say anything adequate. And beneath all that busyness is a grief that is patiently waiting for the quiet to find you, because it always finds you in the quiet. What you might not expect is how much of your own identity was quietly stored in her perception of you. She saw a version of you that was pure and worthy and capable of anything. And now the question becomes, how do you hold on to that version of yourself when the person who believed in it most completely is no longer here to remind you? That's not a small crisis, that's an excavation. She lived through things you'll never fully understand, decades you only know through stories. Hardships she summarized with a laugh and a wave of her hand, a resilience so embedded in her personality it didn't even look like resilience, it just looked like her. And somehow, through all of those years, she distilled that strength into the way she loved you. Which means you are, in a very real sense, built from it. The debate between she's at peace now and I am absolutely not okay with this can coexist in the same breath, and nobody should rush you toward one or the other. Both things are simultaneously true. You can believe she's somewhere soft and light and warm, and also stand in her empty kitchen absolutely furious that you can't call her and tell her about your week. You might find yourself doing things she used to do, folding a towel a certain way, humming a song you didn't realize you'd memorized, reaching for a recipe card in handwriting you'd recognize anywhere. Grief has a sneaky tendency to turn you into the people you love in the smallest, most tender ways, as if she decided to stay not by staying, but by becoming part of how you move through the world. People will ask you how you're doing, and you'll say, "I'm okay," because the full, honest answer doesn't fit in a hallway conversation and wouldn't be fair to the person who asked. What you really mean is, "I'm navigating a version of the world that's structurally different than the one I grew up in, and I'm doing it one unremarkable Tuesday at a time," which is probably exactly what she would have told you to do. The quiet dignity of how grandmother's love is, in itself, one of the most underrated stories of any human life. No headlines, no monuments, just decades of steady, intentional, unhurried love offered to whoever walked through the door hungry, literally or otherwise. And when they leave, the world has no sufficient ceremony for that kind of loss, which is part of why it feels so strangely private, even when everyone around you is also grieving. Here's what persists, though, and this is the part she would want you to hold on to. Every single thing she ever made you feel about yourself is still true. The love she gave you didn't go anywhere just because she did. It got absorbed into you so deeply that you carry the warmth of it even on the coldest days, even when you don't notice it, even when you forget to look for it. So the next time someone asks what it's like to lose a grandmother you were truly close with, you might just say, "It's like losing your oldest, safest home, except somehow, impossibly, you find that she built a version of it inside you before she left." And the story doesn't end there, because everything she gave you keeps moving forward through every choice you make, every person you love, every moment you choose, warmth over indifference. That's not a small legacy, that's everything. And somewhere in whatever comes after this, she already knows you're gonna be okay.